Hi everyone, it's Steve. And the question that I had is, can the C2000 Gen 2 be able to handle a flex core welder? So we're gonna give it a shot here. I plugged it into the C2000 Gen 2. I know it's a little hard to see, and then now we're gonna try to do this type of welding. Let's do it. All right, so here's the answer to that question. C2000 Gen 2. There's the watch it's pulling. All right, so one of the things I've learned from hooking this up and watching him do this is that on the lowest settings, and anything that's thicker than 18 gauge or 1.33 millimeters or 1.3 millimeters, however he said that, right? Yep. Basically, if you go any higher than that, you're going to trip this thing. C2000 Gen 2 can actually handle the welding for this. He's going to resume again because he's got a little bit more to do at this lower setting. So to summarize, the Anker SOLIX C2000 Gen 2 can run the welder. We validated that through our tests. The welder needs to be on its lowest settings using an 18 or 16 gauge steel and the lowest level of welding to make that work. Now the welder is normally plugged into a 120 amp 20 volt outlet, and what I was reminded of in this test is that 120 volt 20 amp outlet is not the same as these 120 volt 20 amp outlets when it comes to something with such high amperage draw. So that when the welder's connected, there's never been an issue with tripping any breakers. He uses it regularly. He keeps the settings turned up on it as opposed to the lowest setting. So the spikes in the electric are being handled by the fact that it's actually in an outlet attached to the service panel. So those spikes are being accounted for. I would think that it's going up and it's going down. I'm sure it's not staying up the whole time because I think we'd see something melt or worse. So it looks like it's being handled properly by the grid. And this actually demonstrates to us how well the overload protection works, because this is 2400 watts and it has a peak of 4000 watts. And obviously at some point during that first part of the test, we were exceeding 4,000 watts and the overload protection was kicking on. So it definitely does its job. Once we made the settings change, this did a fantastic job of running the welder, and it does prove it can be done that way. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in another video. Thanks. If you like the videos that you're seeing and would like to see more content, please support the channel by hitting that like button and commenting and subscribing. Thank you so much.